Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is the first video of 2019, so happy new year. I'm pretty damn happy because I'm now at like 500 subscribers, so very grateful for that. And I was thinking of what to do to kind of commemorate it, and I really like the idea of like everyone maybe like sending in like a 5-second clip of like them, maybe like saying, hi, I'm this person, I like trains, I don't know, like a little clip, and then we can like add them all in and have like a big video. And I feel like it's quite nice and sentimental to kind of get to know who is making this channel what it is. You know, I'm grateful for all of you, and it would be fun for you to be in here. What I'll do is I'll put a little email in the description, and you know, if you would like to, I mean, I'm hoping you all want to, you know, like be a part of this too, but if you all want to submit a little clip, and then we can add it in and have a big celebrating 500 subscribers video. I don't know, I feel like it'd be really cute and fun, and it would be nice to see who makes the team, you know, who else is lazy eggs like me. I don't know. Anyway, so as you would have seen from the title of this video, this is reflecting all my kind of shitty dates that I had in 2018, because I am still very single. So I think I went on like 4 or 5 major bad dates, or like I can just kind of dates. I didn't date too much, but I definitely dated more in 2018 than I had before. You know, I'd been on dates kinda. So in no particular order, let's go through the list of bad dates, and comment below and let me know which one you think is the worst. I would love to hear your awful date stories, okay? So there was this one, and also for the record, I will not be saying anyone's real name, because that, I don't think they'll watch this, because it's very random. I don't talk to these people, you know, I like saw them once or twice, but just for safety reasons of whatever, I'm not saying shit. So we went on this, we'll start with this one date, and my favourite band is called Dance Gavin Dance, and I've loved them for years, and now they're kind of more getting into like popularity. Like they're touring in England in the past couple of years, and like I was a fan for years, and they never really toured in England, so I was like super hyped. I've seen them live twice, both times were amazing, and so I think this was just before I was going to the gig last year, and most of these dates are on Tinder. Like, what do you expect from Tinder? But like, so this guy, we're talking, and like he was like semi-cute, you know what I mean, but like sometimes they don't have to be super fit. They've got, you know, if they've got like something in common that you like, it's like, yeah, well, you know, you're cute, like I'm not a 10, like whatever. And so I was like, yeah, cool, like this guy's whatever. And then he told me that he liked the same band as I do, and I just died, and I was like, oh my god, can you imagine, oh my god, and I just like went crazy with it. And yeah, like I was very excited that potentially I would have a friend or boyfriend or girlfriend to go to Dance Gavin Dance with, because when I've ever been before, I've actually only been on my own. Like, for whatever reasons, people were supposed to come with me, they didn't. So I've never really been with a friend, and that, you know, I don't mind, because I can like push to the front and be like, squiggle in, which you know, hate's gonna hate, I do that. So yeah, I thought it'd be super cool, and I kind of was a little bit like obsessed with making things work with this person, because I thought how cool and convenient it would be to have a Dance Gavin Dance buddy. So maybe we were chatting for let's call this guy Nick, because that just came in my brain, like a random name. So Nick and we were chatting for maybe like a week, and he was saying that he wasn't free to meet for like a month or so. And then he was saying that he was going to go see his friends tomorrow, and then he kind of invited me, and I was like, cool. And so, like, the way it was like, we can kind of like double date in a way, like, we can, oh my god, oh my god, so we can kind of like double date in a way. So like, I'll go, and because a couple of friends there, I'll bring my friends, and you know, it'll be like this group thing, and quite cool. And like, we've met on dating websites, so keep that in your mind. Anyway, so we go on the date, and things were very awkward, and like, his friends were really making an effort to chat to my friends as well, and like, it was just him being slightly like weird, I don't know. And then like, obviously he's sitting with his friends, I'm sitting with my friends, I'm trying to be like all shuffling and be like, hehehe, hi, want a date, but whatever. Then I ordered some chips for like me, but like my buds can have some chips, and like, I don't mind sharing at all. Like, I'm like, yeah, you can have this, like, you know, just ask and I'll give everyone most things, you know what I mean? Unless it's egg fried rice, like, you ain't having that. I love egg fried rice. Anyway, so I ordered some chips, as you do. Oh my god, and like, literally, I am like all about like equal, yeah? You buy around, I buy around, you know, I don't expect people to pay for me, yeah? But like, this guy, he took me to a Spoons, and like, that's fair enough, you know, like, you're gonna hang out with your mates and Spoons, like, hey, it's, you know, save your monies. I ain't like judging too much. But he kept being like, oh, let me buy you a drink, let me buy you a drink. And I'm like, yeah, cool, cool, cool. And like, obviously, when we first got there, we went to the bar, grabbed our drinks and go to meet him, because it's just sometimes easier to kind of get your first drink, and then you don't have that awkwardness like, are you paying, am I not? So if I have my first drink, then it's like, I usually find that it makes things just a bit less to worry about. And so he kept being like, oh yeah, I'll get you a drink, and I finished my drink, and I like sat there with no drink, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go and get another drink then. So then I go get a drink, and I had to buy my drink 3 times before he was like, oh yeah, let me actually get you a drink, and like, actually got me a drink. But I was like, oh yeah, like, you don't have to offer to buy me a drink, yeah, that's fine, but don't tell me you're gonna buy me a drink, watch me finish my drink and just sit there, you know what I mean? Like, okay then, I'll just be thirsty, like, cool, like, it's fine. I just felt that very like awkward. Anyway, so I ordered my chips, and me and my friends were eating our chips. Bear in mind, I've just met this guy, and he reached over and he grabbed my chip and started eating my chips, and I was like, go ahead, you have a snack too, but like, bro, I don't know you, you didn't even ask, I've just met you, you're eating my fucking chips, and you're like tight enough that you won't fucking buy me a drink, like, happened 3 times. Okay, anyways, and so at this point, I had probably been single for like 6 months, so I'm very like chill with whatever happens. I don't mind hookups, I don't mind relationships. So I'm saying to him like, what are you looking for? Like, what do you want? And he was like, I don't know. And I was like, well, you know, I'm down for both. So it's not like, you know, a lot of people on Tinder will be like looking for sex, which is chill, but like, they won't tell you unless you like ask them, and they're trying to like play the game and not let you know, because they think that people aren't there for sex too, when like, really a lot of people are. So just say it, and it's like, fine, cool, if you don't want that, don't, then whatever. So I'm telling him like, I'm cool for that, so whatever you want, it's a win-win. You can tell me if you want this, you want that, I'm not gonna, you know, be bothered. And it was just like, he couldn't give me a straight answer. He was like really weird about it, and then as we were gonna leave, then he was like, oh, come to my house, and then I'm like, and he's like, come to my house, and then I went toilet, and then he's trying to convince my friends to like say to me, he's convincing my friends to convince me to go to his house, which is fucking weird, right? No, like, kind of, if I don't want to go, I don't want to go. No means no, right? But okay, sure, whatever. You think that's like the last of it? And I give people the benefit of the doubt, which is probably why I have like awful dates sometimes. But like, sometimes it's like, you know, they take a while to come out the shell, or, you know, they could be shy, or, you know, whatever reason. So sometimes it's like, okay. So after this, I was still texting him, and I honestly can't remember what we were talking about. But it got like, we were talking about something, and he started being like kind of crazy possessive and like demanding. And if I didn't text him back like quick enough, he would go crazy. And I'm like, bro, I don't even know you. I've met you once. Why are you going crazy like this? And then he was like, oh, well, you're deflected. You know, I'm not really, there's nothing wrong with how I'm acting. You're thinking I'm acting a certain way because how other people have acted to you. And I'm like, nah, I'm not acting this way. Because that sounds kind of weird. Like, he was basically saying that because other people might have been a bit crazy, I'm thinking he's crazy. But this man was fucking crazy, and he was like this shit, and I was like, whoa, I'm so fucking done with this. You're crazy. What the fuck? And so I blocked him on WhatsApp, and I was like, nope, done. I ain't done. Ugh, no, right? And then not even a minute later, I got a bing, and I was like, what? And he'd messaged me through Tinder saying, unblock me now, how dare you block me, like. And I was like, whoa, this is fucking crazy, I can't even. So I unmatched him, and it was like, go away, go away. Like, it was crazy. Literally fucking crazy. How can you be that way? And oh, this is like the weirdest thing ever, okay? So, I'm kind of getting hot. So, he's like to me, yeah? God, my God, oh my God, my painting fell down. So, remember when he said to me that, like, oh, well, I'm doing something tomorrow if you want to come? I was like, cool, yeah, I really wanted to, like, hang out with this guy because I thought he was cool. He was a Dance Kim Dance fan. But he then told me after, oh my God, I like totally missed the mark. So when I went on this whole kind of awkwardness on the date, and he's like not really saying much, and his friends are like kind of knowing that this is awkward because his friends are thinking like, he's on a date, this is really weird, it's kind of this group thing, and he's not really saying much. And his friends thought it was a date. He was like, he went off, this Nick guy, he went off, and then we're like, this is kind of a weird date now, and their friends like, yeah, kind of strange. Anyway, so then when I talked to this guy later, he's like, what? We're not on a date. This isn't a date, like, what are you on about? And I was like, okay, sure, like, whatever, like, I thought it was, my bad. And I'm not being funny, yeah, but I was dressed nice, like, had, like, little hold-ups on, and this cute-ass dress, like, whatever. I look cute, I looked like I was on a date, but sure. He then said after that, basically, like, to add to the craziness, like, he's fucking crazy, that he wasn't actually going to go out with friends, and although he told me that it wasn't a date, he said that he specifically planned to go out the next day and invite me as a date, even though he'd told me it wasn't a date. But he basically, he made it out as if he hadn't planned it, and he was already doing that, but he had planned it. And that's what he wanted to do as a date. So I don't know why he thought, I'm going to plan this date, and I'm going to tell her it's not a date, even though I think it's a date, and she thinks it's a date. It's like, there's just so many fucking mind games. I was like, no thanks, I'm done, no. And then, Nick, done, like, blocked out my life, crazy. A little while later, this is like just a short one, like, the whole Nick thing, weird, right? Let's call this guy Rob, okay? I honestly can't remember any of their names, so maybe he was Rob, I don't know. But I remember I went on this other Tinder date with this guy called Rob, and we went to like a cool place, and it was cute. Like, it weren't too far, I didn't want to travel too far. Like, this other guy, like, I had to travel like mileage, man, it weren't even chill. And so, this Rob guy, like, we're having our drinks, it's very chill, getting a little bit of food. and like I have a mouthful of food, and like when I go on dates, I don't like to sit opposite someone, like if we're at like a bar or anything like that, because I feel like it's very intense and you have to look at them. And obviously I want to look at you because you're like nice, but like I just feel like avoid eye contact. It makes me feel uncomfortable sometimes. So I would rather you were like next to me and we can be like, oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe not on this side because I got this like massive spot brand, so no thanks. But like, I prefer to be next to me because then I can be like eating without having eye contact. Like, imagine you're eating like a burrito or something opposite them and go, you know, or whatever. That's not how you eat burritos. But imagine you're eating this and they're opposite you. It's disgusting. If you sit next to me, maybe you can just hear it. Like, in my brain, like what makes a date successful is not successful, but like what rounds off a date is a little smooch at the end. I love a little bit of smooch. So I had like a mouthful of food, like he could see I was eating, and this guy went straight in for a kiss, and I had this food in my mouth, and I was like, you know, like I can't, like I literally cannot even, like why would you even try and kiss me when I had food in my mouth? That's so weird. What? And there was also this thing, he was like, I was like, oh, you know, you shave, because maybe in his picture he had like a little bit of stubble or whatever. I was like, sweet. And then he goes, yeah, I know, because you said that you didn't like beards on men. And it's true. I don't like beards on men. But he never actually said that to me, so I was like, yeah, cool. And I knew that he'd been talking to someone else, and they said that to him and he got confused. And like, hey, no biggie, that happens, but like, I was half expecting him to call me someone like a different name, like, oh, Laura, you know, hey, how you doing? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, it was fine, it weren't a biggie. I never saw him again anyway because he tried to kiss me when I had a mouthful of halloumi, so like, why are you going to do that? Anyway, so, Rob, here you go. So, I did go on a date, very recent-ish, with this girl. And for the sake of this story, we'll call her Laura because that was the name in my brain. And she was quite cute and she's like artistic, and I like that because I'm artistic. So I would like to date a person who is doing something creative. It's like nice. I can like enjoy it. You can enjoy it. I don't know. It's like musicians. If you're a musician, I like that. But you know, you don't have to. You can be anything. It's cool. But she was very creative and I liked that, and she was cute. Maybe she was like a year older than me, so like same age. I don't really know. Like, I feel like my type is a little bit more feminine, and she was feminine, but she kind of had like the typical lesbian look, which is great. I don't mind. And we went on our date, and it was very like spur of the moment, I believe. And like, I like to think I was cute and I looked nice, and I feel like that was like my best date outfit was with her. Like, I feel like I'd really grown into like a woman. Like, I don't know. And so we went on this date, and like, I feel like it was okay. Like, you know, it went well, but then she was like really crappy about the fact that I dated men. So like, when she goes, oh, have you had a boyfriend or whatever, she like gave me an eye roll, and I was like, yeah, but I've also been with women, so like, do you know what I mean? It's not like I'm not straight, you know what I mean? I want to date women, that's why I'm like here with you. But she gave me the eye roll, and that was kind of awkward, and I was like, okay. And then I said something else as well, and she just kept giving me like the eye roll. Why? Like, there's just this thing about like lesbians hating women who have like been with men or who are like bi or anything like that, and like, you know, like more and more I question like how gay I am, and like I think maybe I like women more than I like men, even though I've dated more men than I have women. But like, that's because fucking women give me eyeball, like, because I've been like, what am I supposed to say? Like, oh, I've never been with a man. Like, there are lesbians who've been with a man and go, oh no, actually that's not for me, and like, we're gonna give them an eye roll? Like, why give me the eye roll? Like, fucking hell. Jeez. I don't know. That was just like, she was nice and it could have been good, but like, the whole like judgy thing was not cool, and I did not like that. Okay, so I was thinking about all the dates I've been on, and this is the last one. Okay. Now, I don't know if this person watches it. Like, I have this person on Facebook, so they might see my channel, and maybe. So we're gonna not say their gender, and we're gonna call them Billy, because that can be a girl or a boy name. Okay, because I mean, the chance that they see this, lol, but it was an awful date. So I met up with this person on Tinder. They're all fucking Tinder dates. Ugh, I need to stop. And they were deaf. But like, they had an implant, and that's cool. Like, I have, like, I would say I was friends, I was like in acquaintances with like this deaf person before, and so like I know, or I haven't done it in a while, but I knew a little bit of BSL, and so like, you know, I've had a whole night out with this person, not Billy, but like my other friend before, so it's not like, oh, I don't know what to do. Like, if you're deaf, like, cool, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal with me. Unfortunately, Billy had the implant, so as long as I stood on a certain side, they would be able to hear me, which is like quite handy. And so I suppose in that sense, I did have to like either sit opposite them to kind of, so they could understand what I'm saying, or I could sit like next to them. So I prefer the next to them. Maybe it would have been easier if I was sitting opposite, but whatever. So we went out, and it was like hot. It was during the fucking sweaty ass summer, and I was like dying, okay? And obviously my go-to colour is black, so I'm like sweating in black, like as you do. And so I was like, you know, pick where you want to eat, because usually I'm quite like chill. There's not really much that I wouldn't eat. I don't like things that I don't like though to eat wise. I don't like meat on a bone, so like ribs and like chicken and stuff like that grosses me out. I'm not really fond of eating burgers, like especially if I'm on a date. Like sometimes I might, but like really rarely, unless you go to like Gourmet Burger Kitchen, because I know I like those burgers. Like, it's very hit and miss. Also really don't eat anything spicy. I don't eat anything like fish based, because I don't really like fishy food. So very, very picky, like it is my bad. So he took me to this place. Oh, also, I don't eat salad because it's just shit, okay? Like, I ain't a salad lady, okay? And so he was like, cool, let's go to this place. I really like it. I'm like, cool, let's go there. And it looked really cool, but the menu was kind of shit. And I was like, cool, we can do this, right? And you know, I ordered a salad and a drink, and they ordered a meat dish and a drink, yes. Obviously salads cost significantly less because there's like fucking nothing in them, yeah, and that's cool, you know, whatever. And so we were like chatting and everything was fine in that sense, but then at the end, like when we went to pay, I was like, do you want to split it? Because I don't expect anyone to pay for me, right? Bear in mind that my stuff is going to cost less because I've had the vegetarian shitty salad, which, you know, I hated, by the way. But I'm like, cool, like, you know, no hardies, you know. I've been on dates before, and like we'd either split it and they'd buy the drinks and I'd buy the drinks, and do you know what I mean? It was perfectly fine, like no problems. But like this one, I was like, well, do you want to split it? And then he was like, oh well, mine comes to like £23, and the bill was like, say, 50 quid, because you've obviously got like service charge and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but like, you've got to remember there's service charge. So you're trying to tell me that you're going to spend £23 and that my salad is going to be like, what, 27? Like, what? How does that make sense? But like, sure, whatever. And he was like, really, it's like he just ignored me. And like, I get he's deaf, but like, he ignored me out of awkwardness. It was just strange, and I was like, okay. Then he was like, cool, well, here's my £23, and I was like, cool, I'll pay £27, because then he made it weird, and then was like, oh, I'll get it. And I was like, nah, it's cool. I'm gonna pay you £27, you pay your £23, because if you were gonna get it, you would have offered it in the first place. Which is like, I would have been like, no anyway, like, it's chill, like, I can pay my way, like, no biggie. But it's the whole concept, you're making it awkward. I'm like, well, what, you know. And so I was like, no, it's fine, I'll pay £27. He was like, cool. So he paid his 23 and I paid like £27, whatever. And then he was like, oh, let's go for another drink after. And like more. And I was like, cool, yeah, let's do that. And then it was like slightly better, but it was still just like shitty and awkward. And then after, when we were gonna leave, they were like, they also goes, oh, I didn't know this was a date. What is wrong with the, like, what? Like, you're on Tinder. Like, why would you not think that this is, you either think it's sex or you think it's date. People who want friends say they want friends. Like, don't think you're on a dating website and be like, huh? A date? And then they were at the end were like, oh, you know, hope we can see each other again. And I was like, huh, yeah. No, that's not happening. Never, ever, ever. No, sorry. Not because the whole money, like, they're not going to pay for me. It's just because you made it awkward and, like, weird. And, like, you make me feel uncomfortable. And I don't want to be dating someone uncomfortable. And I don't want to be someone who's ignorant and someone who, you know what I mean? Like, ugh. Anyway, so that ties up just a few of my shitty dates of 2018. Can we all just like pray for me, subscribe, and it means that you're given a prayer for me to have a successful date. I would like to not be single this year, you know. But you know, I'm still at it on the Tinder. No luck yet, but we'll, you know, I like, literally, I'm sad. I'm on multiple dating websites and still no one wants to date me, you know, or they'll date me and then be like, is this a date? What? You know what I mean? So pray for me, subscribe, because it really helps us grow, and I want us to be 1,000 because we start making money. Like, subscribers, we're getting there, even though I haven't really been posting, and I'm super like happy, like, thanks guys, appreciate it dudes. But views is really well because I have this like one video which everyone watches, which is great, but it meant that if I had 1,000 subs I would get some monies for it. Because I don't, I'm losing all this money. So like, let's subscribe. Let's do it now. Get your grandma, your mother, your brother, your neighbour. Let's all subscribe, okay? Subscribe. Anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate it, dudes and dudettes and chicklets and chickens. I don't know what I'm doing.